Hi guys, this is Hyunmin Max aka Max. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So we finally have the Premier League team of the season here. I think yesterday was actually a crazy time during content drop. There was so many things going on. So today's video is gonna be probably a little bit longer, right? So strap on. So I'm gonna be talking about lots of things, right? We have objectives, we have the Premier League TOTS being really easy to pack. We have stuff like the cards. Some of the cards got really good upgrades, right? Some of the cards got downgraded in some stats. In fact, so many stuff going on, right? And I'm also gonna be talking about the market, what we're gonna see, and of course what to invest in, right? All these important stuff. So strap on. So the first thing I want to talk about, right, is this Craft to Glory SBC that we have gotten yesterday. You just have to complete bronze, silver upgrade, the gold upgrade, the Premier League upgrade. You have to complete some of them for 10 times, 20 times, so on and so forth. And at the end, right, you actually get not one but two, right, team of the season cards in Mitoma and Paulinia. Which, if you actually take a look, right, Paulinia, if his acceleration was 80 and above, he probably would be really decent in game, right? I can't scroll to Mitoma, but Mitoma looks like a really good card. So some of you might have this question, right? How is it that I cannot find this premium Premier League upgrade SBC anywhere? Well, that's because it is not out yet, right? It's actually gonna be out on the 8th of May, which is a Monday. So just be a little bit patient, wait for Monday, and you'll be able to do that that part of the objective as well, right? So I think this Craft to Glory is actually a huge dub. It's very easy to do, very simple to do, right? But take note that you only have 6 days to do it. The next thing I want to talk about is this Premier League Cup, right? So at the end, you actually get a Premier League TOTS player pack, which is great, right? The requirements for this, right, it's actually a full Premier League team, including your bench. Unlike your Eredivisie Cup that was that you guys could have played last week. So if you guys want to make your games count, remember to make sure to use a full Premier League team, including your bench, right? Also take note that there's a limit of 5 games a day for this Premier League Cup. So as I have predicted correctly, right, we got this Ollie Watkins objective, basically to replace Joelinton. So you can do this in squad battles, you can do this in rivals, and for me, most importantly, you can do this in champs, right? Because being able to do this in champs, right, makes it so much easier for everybody, because not everybody plays rivals and squad battles, right? But most of us play for champs, right? So this is it's a huge start for me, right? And if you actually take a look at the card itself, right, is 4-star, 5-star, which is great. No, the 5-star weak foot, high work rates, right? Doesn't have any player traits. You look at his overall stats, it looks like a pretty good card, for an objective card, right? So now I'm gonna talk about the market, because two things actually crashed the market yesterday, right? The first thing that crashed the market was actually this store pack. How so? Why so? Right, this TOTS premium pack, 400k points or 2k FIFA points, right? So if you take a look at the probability, you have a 60% chance of packing a team of the season player, which is crazy, right? I've never ever seen a pack with higher pack odds to pack a team of the season player, at least not during the team of the season promo, right? So you know what people did? Lots of people actually opened up this pack, and I actually did some on shareplay, and we did pack some Premier League TOTS player out of this pack, right? So we have lots of supply on this. So the second reason why the market crashed is that the pack weight on these Prem TOTS cards, right, are actually pretty good, right? I'll talk more about this later on. So the next thing I actually want to talk about, right, is more of such packs, right, that will be actually coming to the game, right? So we have this TOTS Elite pack, right, whereby it contains 100 gold rare players, with minimum 81 rated or higher, and they guarantee 3 to be 86 or higher, right? That's the TOTS Elite Pack. And we also have this TOTS Foundations Pack. 30 rare gold players, 2 guaranteed to be 86 or higher, right? This means, you know, more supply, and the prices of these Prem TOTS will probably continue to drop along with these packs, right? Because, you know, even though they are not tradable, but, you know, people kind of panic when they start to see these kind of packs in store. So I want to talk about the Prem TOTS itself, right? I think basically, right, there are 2 classes to this team in the Prem TOTS, right? We have your higher echelon, right? Your top tier, and then you have your lower tier segment. So I think it's pretty easy to classify them. So your higher echelons, right, your top tier, right, are basically your cards that are rated 95 or higher. I would exclude Harry Kane, right, because Harry Kane, you know, is not that great in game, right? So basically, right, all your cards that is 95 or higher, except for Harry Kane, right, actually got very good or huge boost. So we can take a look. For example, right, we take a look to compare his stats versus his team of the year, right? So his team of the season has +2 dribbling, +2 passing, and +1 on the rest of the stats, right? If you look at it this way, it's not a huge boost, but the significant upgrade is that 5-star weak foot, right? The previous version, the team of the year, had a 4-star weak foot. So this actually made his price more than, yeah, double, right? Almost double, right? Because his team of the year is 3.8 mil, and his current version, the team of the season, is 7.2 mil. And then we have somebody like KDB, right? Again, if you compare it to his team of the year version, right? The team of the season version has +4 defending, right? And then he has +1s for dribbling, physical, and passing. Even though the team of the year version, right, the previous version has +2 shooting and +1 pace, I would like to think that the current version, the TOTS version, is better. Especially, right, if you want to play KDB as a box-to-box midfielder, right, that increase in the defending stats, right, it's actually very helpful. So we have somebody like Marcus Rashford, right, who I would think, right, receive one of the biggest boosts. Right, if you compare him to his previous version, right, the 88 version, he has +9 dribbling, right, +8 physical and shooting, +10 passing, which is a huge deal, +7 pace, and +6 defending. And for me, most importantly, right, his work rates got upgraded. His attacking work rate went from medium to high. His defending work rate went from low to medium, which, you know, it's great, right? But is he too expensive at 7.2 mil? I definitely think so. But, you know, Messi is balling out in real life. So, you know, all the United fans are probably dying to get their hands on this version of him, which is absolutely crazy in game, probably. And then we have somebody like Harry Kane, right? I want to talk about, you know, this funny thing that EA did a downgrade on some of the cards, which I find quite funny, right? So let's take a look at Harry Kane, for example. So if you take a look at the normal stats, right, the latest version, the TOTS version, right, has +4 defending, +4 physical, pace, and passing, right? And he has +3 dribbling and +3 shooting, right? But if you take a look at the stats itself, right, the agility and balance, take a look. The honorables mentions version has +5 agility and +7 balance, as well as +2 free kick accuracy. The question is, why is EA doing this, right? My guess is probably maybe because they are trying to keep Harry Kane lengthy, right? And then I think there's another reason that I will talk more about later, right? So we have this weird phenomenon continuing, right? Not just in your Prem TOTS, even your Prem moments, right? So your Rafael Varane, right? His Winter Wildcard actually has 60 balance. His TOTS version actually has 48 balance, which is -12, which again I find very puzzling. I can understand why they did it for Harry Kane. I don't really understand why they did it for Rafael Varane. So another funny thing that EA did, right, that was kind of sus, right, is the fact that they, you know, the Arsenal players, right, are all on the bench, right? I mean, being on the bench is one thing, but, you know, I'm quite surprised why did they not get bigger stats boosts, you know? Like for me, Odegaard has to be at least a 94 with the way that he's playing. Saka probably at least a 94. I think he deserves a 95. Martinelli probably a 94, right? I don't know what EA is doing here, but I know Arsenal are not gonna win the title, right? They're probably gonna finish second, but you know, to be fair to them, they actually put up a really good title challenge, right, throughout the whole season. I want to talk about the second reason, right? So I think the second reason as to why EA decided to downgrade some of the stats for Harry Kane and Varane and some of the rest of the cards, right, including your weak foot and skill moves, is because I think they want to make the cards more accessible to people, right? They want more people to be able to pack some of these cards, you know. And of course, right, even though they want you guys to make it more accessible, right, they actually want to make sure that you know, the power curve doesn't shift too significantly. If all the cards receive really good stat boosts and they're all really cheap, it's basically gonna kill the game, right? So they up the pack weight to make it more accessible for these lower tier cards. So we did lots of share plays yesterday, you know, and people were basically packing all of the lower tier cards all over the place, you know. You know, with the pack weight being so good, what does this do to the market, right? It made most of the prices, right, fall because you have new cheap cards that people want to try, and people kind of forget about the old cards, right? Because the hype is usually with the new cards, and with it being so cheap, you know, people are going to go to the new cards. I want to talk about Bruno G, right, as a example, right? So let's first compare his TOTS version to his FUT birthday, right? So obviously the TOTS version in terms of stats is better, right? +3 defending, the rest of the stats is all +2. But the FUT birthday has 5-star skill moves, right? Which the TOTS version only has 3 stars. So like I mentioned, EA did upgrade the stats for the TOTS Bruno G, but they didn't keep the skill move upgrade, right? They went back to his 3-3 base. Which again, I think is because they wanna make these cards more accessible. So what happened was, you know, yesterday while I was trying to trade live, I thought, you know, since the birthday version I personally think is better because of that 5-star skill moves, right? There's an opportunity to invest. Why? Because his price went from 480k yesterday all the way down to almost 320k. So in between, while I was trying to trade live, I saw him at about 370k, right? Which was actually more than a 100k drop yesterday. I thought he would rebound, you know, but he didn't, right? Why? I did not expect the pack weight to be so crazy for this TOTS, number one. And then number two, we have the TOTS premium pack, the pack weight, which gives you a 60% chance of packing TOTS. So, you know, when people actually pack your Bruno G TOTS, right? This is actually going to push down the price of his FUT birthday version, right? Because there's basically more supply. That is the reason why he's all the way down to 285k right now, right? So, what to do if you guys actually bought him with me yesterday? I say take the loss. I'm going to be lazy listing him at 300k. Right, be sure to get out of him before tonight. Your PC players, right, you can sign him off at 270k. Now, I bought 3. I lost about 200k coins, but you know, sometimes you just can't predict things, right? Like the pack weight. The pack weight, right, along with the fact that EA actually gave people a 60% chance of packing TOTS, right? Hey, no worries, you know, sometimes, you know, you win some, you lose some, but most of the time we win on this channel, right? And I'm not afraid to say that, you know, we will definitely make those coins back. Alright guys, so keep your chin up. We have lots of potential to make the coins back. So the next thing that I want to talk about, right, that could potentially make us a lot of coins tonight is this TOTS swap challenge, right? This challenge 4. So later tonight we'll be getting this SBC, right? Which could potentially give us a 8 players Premier League pack similar to your previous SBCs. Right? I'm not 100% sure, but it could very well be that case. If it's tradable and it happens, right, your Prem TOTS is actually gonna come down in price even more. if you guys remember last week, right, we had this SBC whereby if you complete it, right, you get 5 Dutch players, right? And remember what that did to your Eredivisie TOTS and your Dutch players, right? It crashed the prices of all those cards, right? So it might be the case later on. I will be on at content drop later, right? And hopefully, right, we have a chance to SBC solution trade with this depending on the requirements for the SBC, right? So if you want to make quick coins, right, do drop by the Twitch stream later. If the right conditions are met, we could potentially make 200k to 300k in an hour, guys. Right? Potentially, right? Depending on the SBC requirement. Right? So if you guys want to make the coins, drop by the Twitch stream later. You know, if you guys want to know exactly what time I'm gonna be live, join up the Discord, right? You guys will be notified when I'm live. So the next thing to talk about is the investments, right? What to invest in. So I'm gonna go through a couple of cards with you guys, a couple of ratings, right? So I like 83s, both PC and console players, 1.1k max, right? Get them on bid at 900 coins. 84s, again both PC and console players, 3k max, right? Get them on bid at 2.8k. So I want to talk a little bit more about 85s first, right? They're currently at 7k, right? This is probably the lowest you're gonna ever see 85s at. You know, they might drop down to maybe, you know, a little bit more to 6k possibly. But if you take a look, right, 85s, right, have never been this low except at the start of the game, right, where nobody had coins. They were hovering between 4k to 5k, and basically at the start there weren't that many SBCs out. So I don't really see them going lower than 6k, to be honest. They might drop a little bit more, right? But you know, I think now is a good time to get on them. Right, so both PC and console players, get your 85s at 7k max and get them on bid at 6.5k. Your 86ers, right, console players 8.9k max, right, 8.5k on bid. PC players 8.4k max, right, and or 8k on bid. I hope you guys basically sold all your fodder investments, right, as per my previous trading video, because I mentioned, right, this you know, the fodder prices are gonna come crashing down hard because so many people will open up packs. What could we potentially see today, right? I think we should probably get either your flashback Havertz or your Laporte today. So if you still have center backs like your Nathan Ake, the community thoughts, I would suggest selling them. So the next thing I want to talk about is the prices of these Eredivisie TOTS, right? So basically their prices came crashing down with the release of the Prem TOTS. I already informed my Discord yesterday way ahead to sell your Eredivisie TOTS because I see them coming down in price. And what happens? Lo and behold, right, they come down straight in price. Take a look at somebody like Bergwijn, right? How much was he? 63k. Right now he has dropped all the way to 40k, right, which is a huge drop. And then we have somebody like Tadic, which saw an even bigger percentage drop from 110k or 108k all the way down to 60k. That's like a 50% drop. Right, almost 50%, which is crazy. You know why? Again, it's because of the pack weight for the Prem TOTS. So if you guys lost coins on these, right, you know, it's okay. If you guys don't want to lose coins again, do join up my Discord. Right, like I mentioned, I can't make trading videos every day, but when I can't make trading videos, I will give my Discord, right, trading tips or market updates on what to do with the cards. Right, so stop losing coins and join up into the Discord. The next thing I want to talk about is your community TOTS, right? Because some of you have actually invested in your community TOTS. So again, I told the people in my Discord to sell David De Gea because of Alisson potentially being released, right? Most of the people in my Discord cashed out on De Gea at about 40k or so, right? So right now he's down to 32k. So Robbo, right, Robbo and Thuram, right, are probably the ones that, these two are the ones that I asked my Discord to invest in. So for Robbo, right, I would say, right, if you guys are a little bit scared, right, and you guys want to cash out, you guys can do so. So for console players, sell Robbo off at about 352k, right, PC players about 330k. So when is the best time to sell him? Probably a few hours after you guys see this video, right? That will be the time whereby he probably would hit that 352k mark for console players and 330k mark for PC players. because I'm afraid that he might drop if we have continued supply of Zinchenko, which I think we're likely to see. You know, for Thuram, I'm not so afraid for Thuram, but if you guys, you know, want to play safe, you guys can sell him off as well, right? For console players, 390k. PC players, 385k. Again, he's probably gonna hit that price a few hours after you see this video. Right, so I mentioned to my Discord that Ake is a risk with Laporte potentially releasing as an SBC, right? But I did mention to them that I think, right, Laporte will most likely be released on Saturday earliest, because I think St. Max will release a content drop on Friday, and it proved to be that way. So for those who in my Discord who took that risk, you know, it paid out, right? Because you basically picked him up at about 240k or so, and he's up all the way to 275k now. So if you guys still have Ake in your club, I would sell, because if Laporte does release tonight, right, your Ake is gonna come down in price. So console players, you guys can cash out on him at about 276k, 277k. PC players at about 264k. Right? So the next thing I want to talk about is some other investments, right? What else to invest in? So we'll be seeing the upgrade packs or upgrade picks, right? Probably either on Sunday or latest by Monday, right? Your upgrade packs. So typically, right, it's probably like either a full gold rare squad or 5 or 6 gold rares. So I don't think there's definitely no risk in this, right? And just look at, you guys can go ham on your gold rares, right? Just bid on at 650, right? Right now there's basically no competition. I think that you can even win some of them on bid, right, at 600 coins. So go ahead and do that. I don't think there's any risk in that, right? And then they probably will go up to, I would say, 1.1 to 1.2k on maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, right? So that is something that you can do if you want to invest risk-free. So we also actually had the St. Max SBC that was released yesterday at content drop, right? He's a bit expensive, right? 750k. 5-star skill moves with 4-star weak foot, which is great. High-low work rate, right? So I will actually be doing a review on him, right? I'm gonna be releasing this review probably a few hours after you see this trading video. So if you guys want to know whether St. Max is worth to complete at 750k, do check the video out. Because yeah, I know, right, it's kind of expensive, right? 750k, quite a lot of coins and fodder to commit to. So that's it from me, right? That's all I have for you guys. I think it's been quite a crazy day at content drop for the Prem TOTS, right? For those that lost coins because of Bruno G, you know, no worries. We'll definitely make the coins back, right? This upcoming week presents a huge opportunity for us to make so much more coins, you know. Yeah, so I lost coins too, right, guys? I'm not afraid to admit I lost coins too on that Bruno G. I lost about 200k, but no, it's okay. We can definitely make double the coins back, right? I'll show you guys if you guys follow the tips on this channel. If you guys enjoyed the video, you know, hit that like button. And if you guys want to see more TOTS content on the channel, we have so much content on the channel going on, right? Pack openings, weekend league rewards, upgrade packs, gamble packs, you know, basically everything on the channel, player reviews. Hit that sub button, alright? And I'm out. Take care, guys.